All right, it's official. Los Angeles is in lockdown. Cannot go outside. So, we're gonna have my head shaved because I can't go out and get a haircut. That's the situation that we've got on hand. Every time you turn on YouTube or the news, this is just more stuff. Oh, can't say that word. Bleep that out. Please bleep that out. So what are we looking at? We're looking at Indian Harry Potter. Is that what we're doing?
Yes, by VFX guy Aman.
This showed up on my YouTube stuff. I think it was a suggestion or something. I'm like, well, that looks like fun. Let's do that. And yeah.
Yeah, and then we got subtitles from Sudeep. We got subtitles from Sudeep.
We write down the name so we don't look like we're just...
No, do you know what? The thing is, Sudeep is lovely. And he emails me and he helps me out with subtitles, but I can't remember his last name, so I have to write it down.
Duh.
Duh.
Easy.
Out of respect for Sudeep.
How hard is it to remember the name Kamardis? Kamardis.
Jaby.
It's like Kamlardi.
Huh?
Kamardis.
What's
Cum laude?
Cum laude?
Yeah, that one.
Cum lardas?
You know, like valedictorian?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Valedictorian? That one.
Is that like a vegetarian?
Valabubitarian. Sudeep Kumardis.
Thank you.
Sudeep bombardus with subtitles, please.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
there we go.
Okay.
Enough jokes.
Okay. Let's watch this.
All
Indian
right.
Harry Potter. Let's go.
Stuck here.
Yeah.
Can't go anywhere. Can't go outside unless you really, really, really have to.
Yeah.
So.
That's what you tell the police.
Exactly.
You go, I need to. I'm dying inside. I need the fresh air. I need the sunshine. I need my vitamin D.
This freaking city is gonna get some major cabin fever. I feel like there's gonna be riots in the streets by the end of the month. All right, here we go. Indian Harry. Thank you, Sudeep Kumardis, for helping us with the subtitles. And this video was made by VFX guy Aman. He's got 1.1 million views in 3 weeks. And I know that there's a lot of Indian Harry Potter fans out there, which is why I decided to do this. It's made by an Indian dude, and there's a lot of Indian Harry Potter fans. And this video reaction is gonna get all of 10 views. But we're doing it anyway because ACHARA is a huge, huge, huge Lord of the Rings fan.
Yes.
And so I figured Harry Potter's the same thing.
Same. But different land.
That's a joke. ACHARA actually really likes Harry Potter.
I do love Harry Potter.
So here we go. Oh wow.
Harry, जल्दी आ टेस्ट के लिए लेट हो रहे हैं हम. अबे हैरी आना. अबे वो दल्ले.
I love the music.
चले.
Does the car fly?
भाई कितनी देर लगेगी यार, लेट हो रहा हूँ मैं.
आ रहा हूँ भाई, जाम लगाओ उड़ के आना पड़ रहा है.
यार क्या मजाक लगा रखा है यार.
Nice.
That was a nice comp.
चले.
भाई ये गाड़ी उड़ कैसे रही थी यार.
उड़ कैसे रही थी मतलब? तू मुझे नहीं जानता.
नहीं.
रॉन वीजली.
Nice.
वो कौन है.
ये तुझे नहीं जानता. तुझे घंटा जानता होगा.
भाई हैरी पॉटर को जानता होगा तू. नहीं. तू हैरी पॉटर को नहीं जानता. नहीं. देख भाई मैं कहना तो नहीं चाहता था बट आई एम सॉरी यार. सॉरी. सॉरी किस लिए.
Where's his?
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh no.
हैरी पॉटर को नहीं जानता. चूतिया साला. भाई तू तो जानता होगा हैरी पॉटर को. मैं भी क्या मजाक कर रहा हूँ. मतलब हैरी पॉटर को वो नहीं जानता. हैरी कौन.
Uh-oh.
हैरी कौन.
पता नहीं भाई, इसी से पूछ ले.
Oh, he does have it. I see it now.
Uh-oh. You're dead, man.
What kind of magic is that?
Dark magic, that's what it is. I forget the spell.
X-smelly armpits.
No, it's not X-smelly armpits. It's like
X-smelly armpits.
पढ़ लिया तूने सारा.
अबे इसमें पढ़ना क्या था?
हाँ.
Avera Kadava.
अबे सही में इसने भाई 4-5 किससे पिटे क्वेश्चन पूछेगा.
तू तो यही बोलेगा ना. पढ़ क्या होगा.
अबे इतनी टेंशन क्यों ले रहा है? चिल मार, जो होगा देखा जाएगा.
सही बात है. जो होगा देखा जाएगा. फेल होने के बाद क्या देखेगा चूतिया?
I love that. That's so cool.
What?
Why fly in a straight
चल
line?
सीट बेल्ट लगा ले, लैंड होने वाले हैं।
Maybe there's like pockets of wind.
बेल्ट क्यों?
क्योंकि लैंडिंग एयर खराब हो गई।
और ये तो मुझे अब बता रहा है।
तुझे पहले बता तो कौन सा तू ठीक कर देता।
सही बात है। तो तुझे लग रहा है सीट बेल्ट लगाने से हम बच जाएंगे?
Nah,
तो फिर
just for safety.
नाइस। मतलब सेफली मरेंगे हम। यही तो चाहता था जिंदगी से मैं। ये गाड़ी थी, हिल क्यों रही है?
ध्यान से बैठ, लैंड होने वाले हैं आप।
और मैं कर भी क्या सकता हूँ? मेरे बाबू कहाँ चल रहा है? मेरे बाबू ने खाना खाया? बाबू तेरा होल्ड करना। ये पार्क में गाड़ी कौन ले आया?
Oh my.
बच गए।
देखा, मैंने कहा था ना सीट बेल्ट लगा लियो, कुछ नहीं होगा।
शिट, यहाँ लेट हो गए, इसने तो और लगा देगा।
अरे टेंशन क्यों ले रहा है यार, अपना ही लौटा है। चल।
मेगा मतलब?
ज्यादा जल्दी नहीं आ गए तुम दोनों?
मैं भी इसे यही कह रहा, ये कह रहा लेट हो गए हम।
ऐसा है, बकवास तो करो मत, फेल हो तुम दोनों, निकलो यहाँ से।
ऐसे कैसे फेल कर सकते हो आप?
वाइवा आधे घंटे पहले खत्म हो चुका है। नाउ गेट लॉस्ट।
देखो सर, अगर तो दिखाओ मत, ज्यादा फेल ही कर दोगे ना, और तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते। मैं इतनी मेहनत से पढ़ के आया था, मैंने सोचा था फर्स्ट रैंक लाऊंगा और घर वालों को प्राउड फील करवाऊंगा, पर आप तो सीधा ही फेल कर रहे हो मुझे।
फेल है तू, निकल यहाँ से।
देखो सर, दिमाग को खराब करो मत, जानते भी हो कौन हूँ मैं, यहीं पे ना खड़े खड़े गान। इतनी मेहनत से पढ़ के आया था, मैं सोचा था एक बार वाइवा ही ले लेते तो।
पढ़ गया था ना तुम? पढ़ गया था ना तुम? उड़ा के दिखा इसको, उड़ा के दिखा।
जादू से बना दूं रिक्शे को कार, टम्बलर उड़ जाए हवा में, सर के हो जाए फटके चार।
The wands are ridiculous.
I know, they're huge.
पढ़ गया
They
था?
look very suggestible.
उड़ा तो नहीं। और क्या था?
अरे मैं कह रहा था बैग तो दे दो।
फिर फेल कर दिया साले ने।
Uh-oh.
वो क्या था?
चलो देख क्या होता है। चल चल चल।
ये क्यों था?
सुपर हीरो वाली फील आती है।
मैं आखिरी बार पूछूंगा, हुक्रक्स कहाँ है? मैं कितनी बार बोलूंगा मेरे पास कोई हुक्रक्स नहीं है। ठीक है, मत बता। मरने का इतना शौक है ना तेरे को, मर फिर। ब्रीथ अप तो।
He is a Horcrux.
मुझे तो इसे क्यों मारना चाहता है तू?
तुझे बीच में हीरो बनने की जरूरत नहीं है कोई। और वैसे भी जिसे तू बचा रहा है ना, चोर है वो।
क्यों भाई, क्या है इस बैग में?
ले जा, ले जा, ले जा। हुक्रक्स है इसमें।
अच्छा हुक्रक्स है इस। हुक्रक्स?
हुक्रक्स?
हाँ, हुक्रक्स।
वोल्डेमॉर्ट का?
अगर वोल्डेमॉर्ट को पता चल गया ना कि तुम इसकी मदद कर रहे हो, तो इसके साथ साथ तुम्हें भी मार देगा।
क्या वोल्डेमॉर्ट लगा रहेगा? बाप लगता है क्या वो तेरा? अरे मैं बात कर रहा हूँ ना उससे, ले आइए अपने बाप को, तुझे भी मारूंगा उसे भी मारूंगा। लड़ना है ना तुझे, तो फिर इससे बच। शटअप को हिंदी में कहते हैं खामोश, जादू से मैं अपने कर दूं तुझे बेहोश। ये कैसे बेहोश हो गया?
पूछ ले।
Uh-oh.
पीछे मैं देखता हूँ तुमको।
शिट यार, कार स्टार्ट नहीं हो रही। ये धक्का किसने मारा?
Oh my god.
Shit, what am I?
20,000.
भाई व्हाट्सएप सो कैसी लगी वीडियो? बढ़िया थी ना? हाँ मुझे पता तुम्हें अच्छी लगी। सो जल्दी से इस वीडियो को लाइक कर देना, 20,000 लाइक्स, और मैं इसका सेकंड पार्ट अपलोड करूँगा। सो जल्दी से लाइक करो और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब तो तुमने कर ही दिया होगा, अगर नहीं करा तो पता है इससे और क्या क्या होता है इसका। ये मेरा इंस्टाग्राम का हैंडल है VFX अमन के नाम से। हाँ मुझे पता है नाम थोड़ा बड़ा है बट क्या कर सकते हैं। सो इंस्टाग्राम पे अगर अभी तक तुमने मेरे को फॉलो नहीं किया तो जाके फॉलो करो, और हाँ कमेंट करके जरूर बताना कि वीडियो कैसी लगी, ठीक है? लाइक कर देना, 20,000 लाइक्स। बाय।
That's cute.
एक्शन। अमन थोड़ा इधर के साथ। अमन इधर के साथ। इधर इधर इधर।
ब्रश कितना कर रहा है तू?
बस टंडन थोड़ा इधर। 3 2
Trying
1
not to laugh.
एक्शन।
What's going on?
जिसे तू बचा रहा ना, चोर है वो।
क्यों मैं कैच बैग?
ओ ले जा।
फूकस है इसमें। फूकरक्स, वोल्डेमॉर्ट वाला।
आगे। तो भी ले जा।
तू तो ऐसे डायलॉग बोल रहे हैं।
इसमें वाला डाल बोल दे मेरा था। अच्छा उखड़ गया।
बताता ही नहीं हमारा।
Wow. That was a very strange outtake.
It's just like, I'm sick of this. Can't you? This is the same line. Just say it right, okay? My God.
I think it's super cool that he did this. It feels like, you know, I never did anything that advanced, but it feels like the short films I used to make when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, you just had backyard home videos, basically. You know, you got together with your friends and you did what you could and to the best of your abilities and tried to cobble together something that was cohesive and made some sort of sense. He managed to stitch together a story here that actually had some meaning. Like, you could actually, there was actually a story.
Yeah.
This is better than most of the like random short films that you'll find on the internet. I mean, obviously you can see the limitations of the effects and whatnot. Like anybody can point them out. You know, your average 5-year-old could see the difference between that and something like a Marvel film, right? But I just think it's very commendable, and it's actually quite awesome that this guy. I mean, I imagine he's by himself. I didn't see any credits, so I don't know. Maybe there were people who helped him out, but it seemed to me that he's a one-man operation, one-man band. Let me see. Edited VFX by you know
By
who.
you know who. I love that.
So he basically did the whole thing by himself.
No, that's awesome.
I think it's really, really cool. And it's great that he's got friends who are supporting him in this endeavor. That's really nice. I think that's I mean, it just gives me that kind of throwback feel. That's watching this just gave me nostalgia, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a really cute fan film, right? And I love how it's drawing on stuff that we know, like tropes that we're familiar with from the Harry Potter universe, but just kind of also being its own thing, because I don't ever remember Ron and Harry being that cool. His version of Harry is so much more of like a suave, cool Harry than the kind of geeky, kind of dorky Harry that I'm used to. And same with Ron, you know, like they've got more attitude and it's fun that way, you know. He's just adding his own flair to it.
You just reminded me that there's this fan fiction or something out there that was about Harry Potter, but told from someone from Ravenclaw, like from their perspective.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like it's all the same story, but told from their perspective about everything going on. It's just the same universe, the same story and everything, but it's this other person's journey parallel to Harry Potter, and he's interacting with Harry Potter and whatever. But like,
Yeah.
I never read it, but I always thought that was a cool idea, and I wanted to read it, but I never found it.
I mean, there's so many cool things that you could do because it's such a rich universe. Like, talking about telling the story from a different perspective, I would be really interested in kind of having a parallel Harry Potter story, but it being Neville Longbottom. He kind of has the similar characteristics to Harry, so it could have been him or it could have been Harry who was the hero.
Yeah.
So I think that would be really interesting too.
Watching this, even though this is not the intention of this, little short, watching this made me realize, or reminded me rather, that I would have preferred Harry Potter to have been a series instead of a film series, like a show.
Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones or something. I've always thought that, because I remember I tried watching the films many years ago, and I couldn't get through it. And then my friend and my girlfriend at the time insisted that I read the books, which I did. And then I went back and watched the films, and having read the books made the films more manageable.
Yes.
But I still felt like the films were not as cohesive of a series as, say, like Game of Thrones. Even though the end of Game of Thrones is, not great, it's at least a mostly cohesive story. Like, you feel like it was made by the same people, whereas every Harry Potter film feels like it was made by somebody else until you get to like book 5 or something, and then it's the same director over and over again.
Exactly, because there is no continuity there. And also, I mean, as far as the Harry Potter movies go, for me personally, I think they only get better towards the end, because especially in the beginning, the main cast were so young, they were still not very good at acting, and so that was an issue. And like you said, as a fan of the books, I was just like, there's so much, that you can't do in a movie that you can in a series. So
which is surprising given the length of the films. You'd think they put the whole book in there, which they didn't, of course. There's a lot that was missing from the lore of Harry Potter. Then they tried to like fix it later, but it just was a mess. And so my favorite films were, I've said this before, I forget where, 3, 5, and 7 Part 1. Every other Harry Potter film in there I didn't like.
Right.
Well, I didn't like any of the other ones. I had issues, like major issues with all the other Harry Potter films. And so if they were to go back and redo this as a series like Game of Thrones, I think that would be like the best move possible. And you can extend the life of that over several years, several episodes, and really dive into the story. And then you can do the ending the way that J.K. Rowling should have done. You can correct all that. And for some reason, I guess they're very averse to redoing this, even though they have rebooted so many superhero films. I feel like this is prime time. I mean, once the whole situation in the globe, clears up, I feel like we're prime for a reboot of Harry Potter. I feel like Daniel Radcliffe would be fine with that. He'd sign off on it and have his own. He could play Snape. He could come back and play a major role in the show, and I think he'd be happy to do that, or all of them.
Yeah, or even just extend the Harry Potter universe.
No, you got to go back and fix the books.
No, it's okay.
No,
we can move on from that.
No. I haven't moved on. I think the movies are bad. Most of them, more than half of them, are not good. In my opinion, I think that the films, they deserve better films.
As films, they're not brilliant.
Or better, they deserve better tellings, like some kind, in the visual medium. They deserve a better telling, in my opinion. I'm sorry if I shit on anyone's feelings about the films. Like, I just feel like they could do so much better. And so watching this, I'm like, this is like, there's an aspect of this that also, not just wanting it to be a show, but I also wonder if there could be like this offshoot thing, like Smallville, because it almost feels like something that it could be this like alternate Harry Potter universe that's sort of like Smallville, that's just like kind of goofy and zany, and it's just this like, these kids go to school like Saved by the Bell, but it's Harry Potter and magic, with a laugh track in the background.
Yeah, that's not what I envision when I think of a Harry Potter show, but I think it could be interesting.
Like a Disney show, like That's So Raven, but that's so Harry. That's so Potter. I don't know.
That's so Potter.
Anyway.
That's so Pothead.
This video's gone on long enough.
Yeah.
So, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys are all right. I hear that more and more restrictions are happening over there in your part of the world.
Yup.
So, take care of yourself. Be safe. Keep a 6-foot distance from everyone and your mom. And
sensible.
So, especially your mom, actually. I was making a joke, but you got to watch out for your parents, because that's what's really...
Grandparents, too.
Grandparents, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone who's up there,
In age, yeah.
And in height. So you guys, thanks so much for hanging out, and thank you to VFX. I was gonna say Indian Harry Potter. That's probably what he's gonna be associated with for the next 10 years. But thank you to VFX guy Aman for allowing us to react to this. Hopefully you enjoyed our reaction. And yeah, I'm Jaby Koay. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.